Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into the life of one of history's most enigmatic and transformative figures, Genghis Khan, a man whose name has become synonymous with conquest, empire, and even terror. But behind the legends of bloodshed and domination lies a far more complex story, a tale of survival, innovation, and visionary leadership. How did a boy named Temujin, born into poverty on the windswept Mongolian steppes, rise to command an empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the gates of Europe? How did he unite the fractious Mongol tribes, outthink his enemies, and lay the foundations for the largest contiguous land empire the world has ever seen? This isn't just a story of battles and brutality. It's a story of resilience, adaptability, and the unyielding ambition of a man who reshaped continents. So let's step into the world of the 12th century steppes, where survival was a daily struggle, loyalty was fleeting, and one man's determination would change the course of history. To understand Genghis Khan, we must first understand the world that forged him. The Mongolian steppes were a vast, unforgiving landscape, a sea of grass where temperatures swung from blistering summers to winters so cold that breath turned to ice. Life here was nomadic, revolving around herds of horses, sheep, and goats. Tribes clashed over scarce resources, grazing land, water, and honor. In this world, Temujin was born around 1162. His father, Yasuge, was a minor chieftain of the Borjigin clan. His mother, Holun, had been kidnapped from another tribe, a common practice in a society where marriage was often a tool of alliance or domination. Temujin's early years were marked by instability. When he was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned by a rival tribe, the Tatars, during a feast. Overnight, Temujin's family was cast out. Their clan abandoned them, fearing the burden of supporting a widow and her children. Holun and her children were left to scavenge for roots, fish, and small game. Temujin later recalled eating wild apples and even the flesh of a dead horse to survive. It was during these desperate years that he learned the harsh lessons of the steppes: trust no one, adapt quickly, and never show weakness. But Temujin's trials were far from over. As a teenager, he was captured by a rival clan, the Taichiud, who enslaved him with a wooden collar around his neck. One night, he escaped, hiding in a river until his pursuers gave up. This ordeal hardened him. He began to see the world not through the lens of tribal loyalty, but as a battlefield where only the strong and cunning thrived. Temujin's path to power began with alliances. His first came through marriage. At 16, he married Berte, a woman from the Konkirat tribe. This union wasn't just romantic, it was strategic. Berte's family provided Temujin with his first band of followers, but his true breakthrough came through friendship. As a young man, Temujin swore a blood oath, Anda, with Jamuka, a charismatic leader from the Jataran tribe. Together they vowed to unite the Mongol clans. For a time they succeeded, drawing followers with promises of shared spoils and mutual protection. But ambition soon fractured their bond. Jamuka clung to old tribal hierarchies, while Temujin championed meritocracy. He promoted warriors based on skill, not lineage, a radical idea in a society obsessed with birthright. Their rivalry turned deadly. In 1201, Jamuka declared himself Gurkhan universal ruler and rallied tribes against Temujin. At the Battle of Koyatan, Temujin's forces were nearly crushed, but his genius lay in turning defeat into opportunity. He absorbed surrendered enemies into his ranks, offering them a place in his growing coalition. By 1206, after decades of warfare and diplomacy, Temujin stood unchallenged. At a Kurultai tribal council beside the Unan River, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, oceanic ruler or fierce leader. His vision was clear: to unite the people of the felt tents under a single nation. But this was only the beginning. Genghis Khan's empire was built on 4 pillars: mobility, terror, innovation, and loyalty. Let's break these down. The Mongol army was entirely cavalry. Each soldier had 3 to 5 horses, allowing them to travel up to 100 miles a day. They carried dried meat, yogurt, and fermented mare's milk, requiring no supply trains. This speed and self-sufficiency made them unpredictable. They could strike anywhere, anytime. Genghis Khan understood psychology. If a city resisted, he slaughtered its inhabitants as a warning to others. But if a city surrendered, he spared its people and even protected their temples. This surrender or die strategy broke enemy morale before battles even began. The Mongols were master adapters. They recruited Chinese engineers to build siege engines, Persian scribes to manage administration, and Muslim traders to spy on rivals. Genghis Khan also pioneered a postal relay system YAM, allowing messages to cross the empire in days. Unlike earlier tribal leaders, Genghis Khan rewarded competence over bloodline. His top general, Subutai, was the son of a blacksmith. His legal code, the Yasa, punished theft and betrayal harshly but promoted religious tolerance. To his followers, he was not just a ruler, he was a guarantor of order in a chaotic world. With these tools, Genghis Khan unleashed his armies. Between 1209 and 1225, the Mongols conquered the Jin dynasty of China, the Khwarezmian Empire of Persia, and the Caucasus kingdoms. Cities like Beijing, Bukhara, and Samarkand fell in storms of fire and blood. Yet, amid the carnage, Genghis Khan laid the groundwork for a new world order. Genghis Khan wasn't just a conqueror, he was an empire builder. He transformed the Mongols from raiders into administrators. The Mongols secured trade routes from China to Europe, slashing taxes for merchants. For the first time, silk, spices, and ideas flowed freely between East and West. Marco Polo later traveled these very roads. Genghis Khan exempted priests, monks, and imams from taxes. He consulted Christian Nestorians, Muslim scholars, and Buddhist monks, believing all religions are like fingers on a hand. Murder, theft, and adultery were punishable by death. But the code also banned kidnapping women and selling children, a nod to his mother's traumatic past. Genghis Khan's descendants, like Kublai Khan and Hulagu, ruled empires in China, Persia, and Russia for centuries. Today, genetic studies suggest 16 million men carry his DNA. Yet, contradictions defined him. He slaughtered millions but adopted orphans from conquered lands. He destroyed cities but rebuilt them as hubs of commerce. Was he a tyrant or a unifier? The answer lies in the eye of the beholder. Genghis Khan died in 1227, likely from injuries sustained in a fall during a hunt. His final words, "I have conquered for you a large empire, but my life was too short to take the whole world. That I leave to you." His burial site remains a mystery. According to legend, his funeral procession killed everyone it encountered to hide his grave. To this day, archaeologists search the Burkhan-Kuldan mountains for clues. His legacy is equally elusive. In the West, he's remembered as a barbarian. In Mongolia, he's a national hero. Modern scholars credit him with everything from globalized trade to the spread of gunpowder. But perhaps his greatest lesson is this: even the most fractured societies can unite under a shared purpose. As we close, consider this: Genghis Khan's empire collapsed within generations, but his ideas, meritocracy, religious tolerance, and global trade, echo through history. In a world still grappling with division, his story reminds us that ambition, when tempered with vision, can reshape the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Genghis Khan. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What other historical figures would you like us to explore? Until next time, remember, history isn't just about dates and battles, it's about the people who dared to dream bigger than their circumstances. Take care and keep exploring.